right, we're fitting the countertops. Trimming the wood so it'll fit in place. It's gonna be live edge. Cooktop here. Now this one. All right, that's basically it. We'll have a little bit of a lip here. It's gonna fit flush on this side because the mattress is gonna butt right up against it. Sink is gonna be a cutout here. These are both trimmed. Now the big part's gonna be finishing them. I've ordered extruded aluminum to start working on the shower surround. And the cage that's gonna hold the refrigerator that's gonna be on rails. That's gonna be a big project. Our daughter, Lilu, she passed her test for a CCMA. So she hasn't even graduated high school yet. She's already got that. So she'll be able to go straight into the field she wants to go in, which is pediatric medicine of some sort. Good job. But we'll be going to eat soon to celebrate. So I'll get done when I can. What I'm gonna try to do is get that wooden base. I'm gonna get it mounted in here. Gotta protect the wires more, insulate this, get 2 riv nuts installed. That wood base, I want it bolted to the wall and it's gonna be bolted to the floor. I put a riv nut in each one of these pieces of metal. These are anchored into them. They're not quite tight yet. And then these are gonna go through there, probably 6 of them, through the base into the floor. That'll anchor this in place. When the extruded aluminum comes in, it's supposed to be here Monday, I can start framing. All right, it's anchored down. Anyway, I gotta go to work. All right, so all my extruded aluminum came in yesterday. It's the rails for the contraption that's gonna hold the refrigerator and microwave. I got more in the garage, a whole lot of it. Here's a picture of it. All right, so now I'm gonna get this out of the way. I'm kind of excited about this. I get to start on the shower surround. I get to start framing it out. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna mount it to the roof. I don't know. We're gonna figure this out as we go. First problem, how do I make sure it's vertical? Perfectly vertical. So I did a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Because the floor should be pretty flat because the van's not sitting level. None of my driveway's level. So I can't use a level. I made marks right here. The other thing I did is I used the square, went off of this shelf, which kind of came out to here, a little bit off from the floor. And I also used the square from the floor, which came about there instead of there. So I guess pick your poison. All right, been working on this a while now. I do have that mounted and I've got this down here mounted. But now my brain's getting overloaded thinking of how you have to put these inserts into these rails before you put it together. And I really don't have a full plan of how everything is gonna tie together. All right, time to wrap it up. I got somewhere to go. All right, so I got that one mounted. And these are all gonna have to come loose so I can put these little, I don't know what these are called, T-nuts, I believe. I got this one mounted. So basically I'm getting everything framed out. Then I'm gonna be able to slide to hold the fridge. All right, got a little bit more done. All right, so I'm kind of taking a break from the shower surround and I started working on the structure that's gonna hold the refrigerator that will slide in and out of the shower. Got the cross members cut. Now I've got to start cutting the vertical pieces. Also got this frame built. Been working in the garage, but it was easier to move this in here. Fridge, microwave, they're both fairly heavy, but there is gonna be a bar across here. There's gonna be a wood panel on both sides here to give it strength. I gotta cut out a piece of wood. It's gonna go across here, all the way across the bottom, so the fridge can sit on it. Gotta figure out how this mounts. It's an RV microwave, air fryer, grill, microwave, convection. They've got these like heat baffles that aren't for support. I've got one on the bottom too. It doesn't look like it's supposed to support the weight of it. It does have this, which will bolt to the sides and then bolt to the front of the cabinet. Like it's gonna be a little bit high, but maybe it'll make more sense now. This whole thing is gonna be trimmed out and look nice. So the shower is gonna look like this. And then this will be hanging from the ceiling on rails and it'll roll out and block the sliding door to take a shower and then go back, latch it into position somehow for driving and traveling. where it will stay most of the time. I've got to finish putting this together. I got a lot of different braces. I'm waiting on some more braces. So this empty weight is 200 pounds, plus whatever we put in the fridge. I'm gonna have to make sure it can handle all that. Hopefully it works. But this is where I put it together. Been working in the garage, putting Loctite on everything. I don't even know if this stuff works, but I hope so. All right, so that's what I've been working on. That frame for the fridge. We're also working on the yard. These live oaks drop a ton of leaves. They're heavy, they kill the grass. So we're trying to stop allowing them to sit all year on the grass. Hopefully we'll get some grass to grow. For this week of rain we had, the van's been kind of parked here in the yard. Time to get it back in the driveway by the garage, get back to work. I believe what I'm going to do is cut this one off here, make a new piece. This will join here. This bar is going to be holding the rail that's holding the weight of that refrigerator and everything. So I'm going to run this one further, bolt it into here, support it with, cut this one off under it. They'll be bolted together, but that will support it vertically more. Then I'm going to have to put another one of these right here and then figure out how I'm going to mount the rails. Today's mostly shower though. That's a little bit further down the road. So I got that one permanently mounted. Got all these slid in place. Use them later. Got this up here mounted. It's got this brace. It's got this brace. It's bolted to the van. This comes across. It's bolted to the van. I'm gonna put another brace on here. And this one's bolted to the van. This will be bolted under it. Give it some support for all that weight that's gonna be on it. So this overhead piece, it's bolted. It's got a corner bracket here, a corner bracket here. It's bolted to this cross member here and here. This horizontal piece is bolted to this cross member here and here. So I need another one of these cross members here. These channels, so these channel pieces, I'm gonna have to cut it to fit. It's a little bit too long. It's gonna go across here. It's gonna bolt to the van, bolt to that, bolt to the next one, and then bolt to this corner. Because it's going to be holding a refrigerator and a microwave. Just those two is 200 pounds plus all the crap in them. Hope it works. All right, this piece is done. This piece. These are all cross members. Plywood's going to go here. But I had to slide these T-slots in. Got all that done. Got this done. Got it braced. Starting to feel really strong. But right now I need to go work on the yard. See this? All right, making some more headway. I had this thing cut out and fitted this side, and then I didn't like the way it matched up and it didn't seem strong enough. So I trashed it and went from 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. This side's cut out, fits. For this thing, I had to measure it, mark it, cut it, trim it, like I had to pull this thing in and out 10 times. Anyway, it's in, but it's just in place because I still need, there's some braces, because I still need more of these. See how it kind of goes like that? But that's what's going to go here. That's what's going to hold these in place. And then I need more of them. I've only got 4 left. So I got more of those coming. Got one side done. Took forever. Had to cut around these braces. There's about 10 of them. Now I'm going to take it out, polyurethane this side, and then when I put it back in, hopefully it'll be the last time. Now to work on this side. Got this other cross member done. It's got a bolt through the center, and then angle bracket bolted to the side. The channel rails for the wheels, I got to get them cut and figure out how to bolt to this area. All right, so I know it don't look like it, but I've been working on it for a few days. Here's what I've got figured out. So this is still part of the original plan. This rail is what the whole refrigerator, the refrigerator contraption is going to hang from. Can roll in and out of the shower. I need to mount it right here. This is the mount that came with those rails, and there's different types. I thought this one would work. I need it to go there, so I bought a bag of these, which fit over this 10 series. Then I'll bolt this to it. Figured I'd drill some holes through the plate, bolt it on. Then I started looking at how the alignment will work. So this compresses on the rail, and that puts these holes right next to these, and there's not even room for the nuts. Like, it's not going to work out. Anyway, so I went back to the website where I bought them. They have a different type of rail, which looks like it'll be able to bolt to this, and then it'll hold the rail. So those parts are on order. Pretty sure that'll work. Fingers crossed. Then the other thing is, so for these, anyway, for the pieces of wood going in there, I've sanded them and put polyurethane on them. Wasn't sure what to do with this whole thing. Then I started looking close, and it looks like 1/2-inch plywood will fit in this recessed part. So I'm gonna cut it to fit this and to fit this. And I'm gonna cut one to fit this window. Probably a brace behind it, but that'll give a backing. I'm gonna insulate all that, and then that'll give a backing to where I can put another thin piece of plywood. So once all that's put together, then I can seal everything, then come over it with shower wall material. I believe PVC is what's recommended, PVC sheets. Seal all that to the drain pan, then put the rails together, and then finish the refrigerator contraption. 20 trips back and forth to the garage. That's going to be glued and bolted into place, as well as this one. All right, got those 2 pieces done. Put down. I got it cut, got it in place. To insulate this, I'm just going to put a piece of foam, cut it out to fit, then install that. This side is complete as far as the main board. Got it stained, got it fastened here. I am going to use Sikaflex and glue the whole thing in all the way around. I've got to put a trim piece all the way down here to get it flush. Got to put another one here because this sticks out. I'm working on this one right now, but all it is these big old bolts. I had to drill holes and put bolts all the way around. Got several coats of polyurethane. Took several days to get it done because of dry time. Can I help you?
So can I get steaks?
She's always super nice when she wants to get my credit card to go get stuff.
I'm always nice. I baked for you.
You're not nice in the morning.
This is the morning. Why would I be nice?
Got that one done. It's not a perfect finish, but it's good. All right, so next day. Some parts did come in. These are gonna go on the end. I'm gonna have to screw holes in that plate, and then that'll clamp the rail. All right, those 2 bottom holes, that's what's gonna line up with that slot. All right, just got it positioned. Just got it in place. Well, 1 rail. I'm gonna work on a mount for that side. I'm gonna have 4 mounts, 1 on the end, 1 to that, 1 to that, and then this is the one I've been working on. I had to cut it, bend it, grind it, hammer it. So it's gonna go on the end and then bolt to that metal up there. That piece is gonna bolt up there. This will bolt together. That'll bolt together. And then that's gonna bolt up there. That's 1 down, 1 more to go. Both of those, I believe, will hold the refrigerator and microwave. I'm running out of daylight quickly. So I'm pretty much done for the day. Everything is loose. Nothing's really bolted tight, so I can move things around if I need to. But it is hanging. It does fit. It's not square. I've got to make adjustments, move things around. Anyway, time to put the tools up, call it a day. So that's gonna hold the refrigerator. Take a shower. You'll roll that out, and then that'll be the shower. It's coming together. It's been very tedious. Everything has Loctite on it. And then the microwave's gonna go up here somewhere. All right, I got the 3 walls up. The one thing I'm not sure how I'm gonna do is the door. I like the Sikaflex stuff. I did buy 2 different colors. I didn't really mean to. Had some black and some gray, but Anyway, that's all sealed. So this is gonna come back out, seal the bottom, red seal everything. It's called Red Guard for shower walls. All right, second coat of Red Guard's done. Now I will start working on the chassis I built. Well, here, I'll just show you. All right, been working on it a few days. Bits and pieces here and there, I've been busy. But I do have this trim piece, which will be bolted to the main. I've been calling this the trolley. This trim is 3 pieces all together. I did screw up though. I have no idea how I got that backwards. Like it's supposed to be this way. I got it this way. Now I'm gonna have to fill this with putty, sand it. So I'm still gonna take all this back apart and sand it. Polyurethane. This is kind of the mock-up. This piece. So this cross member to this cross member is connected to these, connected to that. Now I've got to take it all back apart, sand this, stain it, get it all presentable, protect it. All right, so I have some time to do some work today. This morning, put the second coat. Got the polyurethane on. The main thing working on today is we're gonna work on the shower walls. I'm gonna have to cut these out and glue them to the 3 sides. Fiber reinforced plastic, FRP. Anyway, time to get to work. All right, got those 3 pieces installed. Got my mess cleaned up, my workbench. Gotta go get some groceries. Tomorrow's Natasha's birthday. Of course, y'all will be seeing this will be after her birthday, so anyway, just so you know. Not bad, just plain white panels. So tomorrow, start working on the trolley. All right, so what you just saw was yesterday. Got all these installed. To be honest, I was a little nervous that they'd fallen overnight. It looks like the glue dried, caulk is dried. Got some Sikaflex in the corners. Here's what we're gonna work on today. Actually, so what I've got to do first, I've got to take the top portion apart and finish putting the braces in here to give it more strength for holding all the weight. This is the trim frame, so it'll go on. Then put the refrigerator back in it. Get this piece bolted in, which the microwave will go on top of. Then install the microwave. Then that piece holds the microwave in place. All right, step 1's done. I added corner braces. Well, actually 2 corner braces. This inside corner, this outside corner. Every one of these bolts has Loctite on it. Got the trim frame out mounted. Now the fridge goes back in. All right, got the refrigerator in. But this is the one that just came out of the garage. It's actually going to be sandwiched down with those in the 4 corners. That'll hold the refrigerator into the trolley. And the microwave is going to go here with the other piece over it. All right, get that piece in. Microwave's going to go here. The other piece is going to hold it in. I think now we'll get the dolly out. Try to get this thing installed. All right, we used the dolly. Got it in the van. Got it set up on blocks. I needed to go a little bit higher. This is where we're at. It's almost in. Natasha helped me get it in here. It's in. I thought this might rub. It's rubbing right here. So I'm gonna trim this. And I'm gonna trim this. I can get it to go past it, but it still rubs a little bit. So I'm gonna have to see if I can trim that. All right, in the middle of trimming those pieces, I was wondering how am I going to get to that to trim that wood without yanking this whole thing back out. And then I remembered I have one of these doohickeys. One down, piece of cake. It's not the prettiest, but it's pretty hidden. All right, that one's done, that one's done, and that one's done. I've also got to figure out, I've got a few different latches. I'm going to latch it for traveling. I'm going to put some foam here. Hopefully it'll kind of act like a traction. Hold it in place for driving. All right, let's put the microwave in. Microwave's in place. Now I have to circle around behind it and put this contraption in. It'll trim it out and hold it in place. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. I have no idea how long the video was. Thank you for watching if you finished it, because I've been videoing for about a month when I work on it here and there. But microwave is mostly installed. Refrigerator is installed. Trolley is functional. Still gonna figure out the shower door. There's gonna be an upper cabinet here. Honestly, I'm thinking up here, which would be like right here when it's closed. Up here, like right here might be the shower faucet. I know that's kind of a weird spot, but you know, like when you fill up your shower with a refrigerator, beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, we got company coming this weekend. My daughter's graduating high school. Good job, Lilu. You'll probably never see this either. Love ya. Got to clean the yard, clean the house. We got a few days before everybody gets here. I do need to clean my refrigerator up. And then, so the next video I'll probably make will be, we're going to Thailand. We're like, hey Lilu, you want to take a senior trip? Where you want to go? We're thinking like, you know, Corpus Christi, Dallas, maybe Florida. She's like, oh, I want to go to Thailand. Since we have a layover in Tokyo, let's spend a few days there too. So, fixing to be traveling a lot. We're looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. A lot of food. I don't know if y'all can see it in my face. I've lost some weight. I tend to do that before vacation. Hopefully I don't put it all back on vacation. Anyway, thanks for watching. The next video should be either countertops. Once I get this upper cabinet built, I can start doing a lot of wiring. That's gonna go straight to that for switches right here at the end of the cabinet. Cooktop's gonna go here. Sink's gonna go there. But once this cabinet's here, I can start working on my air conditioning once this is installed, because it's basically like it's a cruising comfort. It's like a mini split for RVs. Condenser goes under the van where the spare tire goes. Compressor's gonna go right here, and then up here will be the evaporator. 3-piece. It's supposed to be really efficient, really reliable, really quiet. I might throw the toilet in right here. Oh, I could get this drain hooked up now since the shower's installed. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you're curious about how our trip to Thailand went, watch the next video. But that's probably going to be another month, because we're going to be there a few weeks and then I have to put the video together. Peace out. Cross that bridge later.